Hello everyone. So in the last video, I solved a couple challenges with JS, and in this video, I'll be making a shorter one to solve one more JavaScript problem. So before we start, this is Akshan. He loves to swing around and hide. So in this video, he is gonna hide, and at one point, he's gonna come and sneak around and swing around and pop in. So if you find him, comment down below the timestamp. So let's begin. This is the problem I'll solve. Length of last word. So given a string S containing of words and spaces, return the length of the last word in the string. So a word is a maximal substring consisting of non-space characters only. So if I give in hello world as a input, I'll get 5 as an output, because the last word is world with a length of 5. And for the second example, if I give in fly me you to the moon with all these spaces, the last word will be moon. So yeah, I give a 4. I'll get a 4 as a result. So let's start coding. Okay, so I'm going to make a function. Longest word, S. So S is a parameter. So the parameter I will have to give is a string and return the longest word, which is the substring with the longest word, the length. So yeah. I'm going to declare some variable, maybe for testing. Let's put const. Let's put in hello world. Yo. So like that. Maybe put in worlds, since worlds is now the longest. Okay. So my goal here is to get each of these substrings. So what I'm going to do is start consoling log stuff. So I'm going to console log. Array words. Create an array of words. I'm going to make an array of all of the individual words in a string by using split or something. So, and I'm going to split by a regular expression that splits each word, each of the words, where like the spaces, break up the words using these spaces. So yeah. And I'm going to use a regex, a regular expression. This is an expression used to match different patterns. If you don't know any of this, a regular expression is just like something you match against. So yeah. Okay, so it seems like my split is not really working because my goal is to split each word using these spaces to break each word of the whole string. And it seems like my split is not really working. Maybe if I just put a single space, let's try that. it works with one space. Now let's try with two spaces here. And it is not working. I'm gonna do like this. Plus means like one or more spaces. And yeah. So this is the first thing I've done, which is split the whole string into an array of words using the spaces as separator. Basically, I split it using these spaces as a separator. One or more spaces, doesn't matter. And one more thing, if I put more spaces here, I'll get these ones. So yeah, and maybe I'm gonna try something out to filter any arrays that are not empty. Like when I do this, sometimes I get these empty slots, empty strings. I want to remove these, so I'm going to use filter. Filter is an array function that basically keeps only certain words that match a condition, tests each element in that condition against a condition. If it passes, it stays in the array. Or element not equals 0. I am removing occurrences. I think A or E, never mind. LT, empty elements, empty string elements. Basically, I'm just filtering only the words. And I'm going to console log just to test something. Okay, it seems to work. So now what I'm going to do is use sorting, so like to find the longest word. So my goal is to sort the word array from least longest to shortest to longest, and return either the first or last, which way, depending on whether it's a sort from longest to shortest or in reverse. So and I'm going to sort it with a compare function for each word. Word 1, and I'm going to use a comparison by their length and subtract these. And I think if I remember correctly from my last video, if I return -1, sort word 1 before word 2, and if it's positive, I sort word 2 before word 1. I might still get this mixed up. And I'm going to log that out. And it seems like it returns the longest to shortest word. Alright, so what I'm going to do is return the first element, the length of the first element. So return array words 0 length, because I know for sure the first element of the array is the longest word, since I already sorted it from longest to shortest word. And take the length. Alright. So, yeah. So I'm going to test my function with my own hello world's yo function. Okay, so if I console log this, it printed out 6, which is the length of the longest word, which is worlds. Okay, so I made the test cases which are listed in the examples, and I call these functions to verify the tests. And now, the first case, if I pass in hello world, I return 5, which is world. And then for the second one, which is like fly me to the moon, it returned 4 because moon, as expected, is the last word. And if I pass in Luffy, that Luffy string, it gives me 6, which is expected, which is joy boy, the last word. And to recap, what this word does is I take in this string, I split it using a regular expression, which is like something to match against, and this expression, as whatever that's called, uses any space as the separator, which separates these individual words no matter how many spaces. And once I retrieve it, I might still get empty strings at the end or at the beginning, and so I use filter to filter out these by testing if the length of that element is not equal 0, which basically filters out all the empty strings. And then I'm going to use a sort method to sort from longest to shortest word, and then return the first element after that, which is the longest word, and the length. Get the length. So that's done. Okay, so this will be the end of this video. I just solved one coding problem for today because I wanted to make a little bit of a shorter video. If you do like this video, get your tingles, please drop a like down below. It will be greatly appreciated. And don't forget, if you found auction, comment down below the timestamp. So, stay tuned for the next ASMR video. Peace out.